Hello, freak bitches. I would love to play you the Dinosaurs Are Not Real video.
Do it.
Just do it.
God.
See if you can find it, JB. We probably can't play it on YouTube or we'll get pulled, but we can play the audio, right? Play the audio. We'll put the video up on the screen and play the audio for you, and you can just fucking, your head could turn beet red. Smoke's gonna come out of your ears. Because the thing is about these videos, and this is the issue that I have with not just videos, but also with blogs. Like people, you're writing things and you're not being checked as you're going along.
Right.
So it's just you broadcasting an idea. It's not a conversation, and because of that, you can give off the illusion of expertise without being checked. Here it goes. Dinosaurs never existed. And by the way,
my God, Eric Dubay?
This is the flat Earth guy.
The guy that does 200 proofs the Earth is flat, that everybody has debunked fucking 1,000.
No.
Shit.
Shills.
Shills are.
Listen to this guy.
Richard Owen of the Royal Society.
Don't you
and
dare mention Owen's name,
superintendent of
you
the British
asshole.
Museum Natural History Department in 1842. Or, in other words, the existence of dinosaurs was first speculatively hypothesized by a knighted museum head, coincidentally in the mid-19th century during the heyday of evolutionism, before a single dinosaur fossil had ever been found.
Wrong. They
Pause.
found
Pause.
that.
Pause. Every time. Pause.
Dinosaurs. We discovered marine reptiles and the first dinosaurs about a century before that. So that right there, Eric, you're fucking wrong.
Whoops.
It's like, don't bring your flat Earth bullshit into my profession. Now I'm pissed.
We'll keep going.
Yeah, keep this rolling.
Mainstream press worldwide got to work hyping stories of these supposed long-lost animals, and then, lo and behold, 12 years later, in 1854, Ferdinand van der Veer Hayden, during his exploration of the upper Missouri River, found proof of Owen's theory. A few unidentified teeth he mailed to leading paleontologist Joseph Leidy, who several years later declared them to be from an ancient, extinct Trachodon dinosaur, which, beyond ironic...
So that's because we can do things like look at modern analogs and see how teeth are fucking made. We know if it's a predator or if it's prey. We know if it's an herbivore or a carnivore. We know how teeth are fucking built. Even back then, even when they're doing naturalistic drawings like this, it's like the megalodon tooth on my arm. It is a predator. It's obviously a serrated.
Is it megalodon or megalodon? How do you say it?
It depends. Your emphasis can be on a different syllable.
Okay.
It's both. It's like,
not like nuclear and nuclear.
No, because it doesn't have two U's. But it's spelled the same, but it's like Dimetrodon or Dimetrodon.
Okay.
It's the same thing, Megalodon or Megalodon. Oh God, you're wow.
Keep going.
Keep doing this.
Means
What is it?
rough
20
tooth.
minutes?
Firstly, it should be
30 minutes
needless
long.
to say that it is impossible to reconstruct an entire hypothetical ancient animal based on a few teeth. But even more importantly, it is dubious that a myriad of
Fuck
ancient
you.
reptile, bird, and reptile mammal transitional forms necessary for the blossoming theory of evolution would be hypothesized and then conveniently discovered by teams of evolutionist archaeologists purposely out looking to find such fossils.
I'm glad I brought a lot
And
of
it is
beer.
even more dubious that such fossils have supposedly existed for millions of years, but were never found by or known to any civilization in the history of humanity until evolution.
Okay, yeah. The reason why we didn't know about things beforehand, because we weren't doing shit like wholesale intellectual studies of science when people were building fucking pyramids and stuff like that. That's why we have different ages throughout anthropological records. We have the Bronze Age and the Iron Age and all that, because we have to do things like figure out the land around us. And when we start finding really old bones, like, hey, this looks like a really big chicken bone. What the fuck? Or this looks like a huge human with a single eye. What the fuck? We start looking at stuff like that. Saying just wholesale fucking bullshit like that. God damn.
But that's what a YouTube video
Exactly.
is. A YouTube conspiracy theory video is.
Oh, I
It's
know.
one person getting to spill their nonsense, and they're unchecked.
Yeah,
This is why I
and-
wanted to play this for you.
And response videos can be blocked by the original person. They can curate all comments. They can only allow certain ones through. They can moderate everything. Same with a blog. Same with all of that. They control their own criticism. There's a guy right now that a lot of the paleo community is going after. His name's David Peters. He's a jackass who's like doing stupid things like all reptiles are mammals and all of these clades should be in this and just all this crap. He wholesale copied an article from a colleague of mine, posted it, which is a violation of copyright, because he's attempting to supersede that work by importing his own ideas to it. He will refuse any critical comments to be posted on his WordPress site.
That's really common, though.
Yeah,
it's really common with people. The war of ideas in the comment section. That's where it's being fought.
Yeah, it's because it's an echo chamber.
Yeah.
It's like people don't look as, why do people think the world is flat, or why do people think dinosaurs don't exist? Their Google Boolean search is dinosaurs don't exist, or creationism is true, evolution is false, the earth is flat, chemtrails exist. They're creating their own echo chamber and preaching to their own fucking choir.
Yeah, and then they have a message board, and they go on that message board. Massive confirmation bias. Anybody that doesn't follow that line gets booted out. Let's play more of this because it gets better.
Confucianism's Masonic Renaissance in the mid-19th century. David Wozni wrote, "Why are there no discoveries by Native Americans in all the years previous when they roamed the American continents?
Because they weren't
There is
digging
no
the fucking
belief of
earth.
dinosaurs in the Native American religion or tradition.
Because they were all
For that
dead.
matter, why were there no discoveries prior to the 19th century in any part of the world?
There could have been, you
According
didn't know what it was. That's the
The
thing.
World Book and
It's like the same thing with mammoth cyclops.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the fuck it was. We didn't know it was a
Right.
massive, a massive elephant species.
We thought it was a giant person.
Yeah. When the first animals were discovered in the La Brea tar pits before 1913, they thought it was livestock that got trapped in there and died. Then they realized, holy fuck, cows don't have 9-inch long incisors that are, perfectly evolved to slash open the throats of things. And then you started questioning. So the Native Americans and all the people, they were finding possibly scatters of bone and didn't know what it was. Did the northern first people start licking bones and rocks? No, we discovered that. The science, as it figures out, going, hey, this is porous material. If I lick porous material, it's going to stick to my tongue. Holy fuck, that's a fossil. This kind of just the problem with you, Eric, is you are starting from an improper position. You are starting on a confirmation bias. You are stating from the beginning that dinosaurs don't exist, and you are using pareidolia and apophenia, the ability for humans to find patterns, in order to fit your bullshit, and then only cherry pick what belongs. That's what he does with fucking flat Earth. And the problem with this is, like I was saying earlier, because now the stupid minority has a voice. I don't know how many million people subscribe to his fucking channel. Every single flat Earth dipshit is going to go, 61,000 people. Okay.
Look at that, 300,000 views. And here's the thing. Check out the comments. The comments, he curates
Thumbs up,
the comments.
thumbs down are almost identical. Look, 3486 to 3493. Are you kidding me? You son of a bitch.
Oh, but
I remember being forced to have the same dinosaur toys as everyone. Meh. Yeah, that's because it's called consumerism. Flat Earth, no dinosaur. What's the point in making these? Okay, see, good for you. Go in there. Extremely great research. Love this very much. Thank you, Max Haskins. Don't breed. Don't ruin dinosaurs with facts. Fuck you. They were my favorite animal.
Here's another problem. His voice is annoying as fuck.
Oh my god.
Let's play more.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to open another
Encyclopedia.
beer.
Before the 1800s, no one ever knew that dinosaurs existed. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, large deposits of dinosaur remains were discovered. Why has man suddenly made all these discoveries? No tribes, cultures, or countries in the world ever discovered a dinosaur bone before the mid-1800s, and then they were suddenly found all over the world in North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Argentina, Belgium, Mongolia, Tanzania, West Germany, and many other places apparently had large deposits of dinosaur fossils never before seen.
That's because we find the first one, and then we're like, holy shit, there must be more of these out there. And then the Bone Wars started between Ogden and Marsh. You had the Mantell collection with the first iguanodon that was found. And they made these really stupid statues and put them in Crystal Palace in London. And Mary Anning, one of the first the first female paleontologist and one of the first people to actually find fossils, she discovered the ichthyosaur. Mary Anning was the girl from the rhyme, "She sells seashells on the seashore," because that's what she did as a child. And as she was looking for seashells, she found a skeleton of an ichthyosaur buried in a cliff.
Whoa.
Yeah. As like a kid. I think she was 12, 13.
Holy shit.
I think paleontology Twitter is going to rip me apart for not knowing the thing. But come on, I'm hyped up now.
He's drunk. He's hyped up.
I'm not. Dude, that's one beer.
All right.
I've got...
I don't know how many you had before you got here.
None.
People get excited.
I've got 9 more in there. I'm going to need them. Yeah, it's just... So Mary Anning discovered ichthyosaurs. And once you discover something like that, you want to go around the world and say, hey, where else is this stuff? Let's go somewhere that no one has been. Which means North America, South America, Tanzania, Belize, all the things that Captain Jackass just rattled off.
Captain Fuckface. Let's call him Captain Fuckface.
Oh, God. Fucking fuckwitted shit gibbon. I don't... Just something. I mean, yeah, I stole that. I stole shit gibbon from a Trump thing. But
shit gibbon?
Shit gibbon. When
like a monkey? Like a gibbon monkey?
Yeah. Ape. I think they're technically apes.
Gibbons are apes?
I think gibbons are apes.
Do they have tails?
No. I don't believe so.
All apes monkeys, but not all monkeys are apes?
No, apes and monkeys are primates.
But a monkey is just, it's not a technical term, right? It's not a scientific term. There was an article that was written that's explaining that all apes are monkeys, but not all monkeys are apes. See if you can find that. Well, we'll go to that afterwards. We'll go to that afterwards.
Probably because
Give me one of those beers and
Okay.
let's keep this rolling. I want to see how deep we can go with this Eric Dubé character.
I don't know what kind.
Were
you have.
inhabited
Whatever you
and
got,
well
man.
explored for thousands
had
of
a
years
Goza?
before this time. Why had no one ever found a dinosaur fossil before? According to the book The Dinosaur Project, paleontological journalist Wayne Grady claims the period following this, from around 1870 to 1880, became a period in North America where some of the most underhanded shenanigans in the history of science were conducted.
That's because
In
there
what
were
was
two
known-
paleontologists going at it against each other, going, I can find the cooler thing. No, I can find the cooler thing. I'm going to find more shit than you. It was called the Bone Wars, Ogden versus Marsh.
You already talked about this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What was underhanded about it?
They would sabotage each other's digs. They would try and steal fossils. They were assholes. But because of the competition, it's like a fight. When you have one dude two dudes that have been training all their lives and trying to do the whole thing, the more amped up one gets, the more amped up the others get, and it's going to be a fucking just throwdown. This is what happened on an intellectual and fieldwork scale. You had two guys trying to make a name for themselves in a burgeoning brand new field that just wanted to get in and roll. And they had direct competition with each other. So it's going to be, fuck you, I'm going to find these bones first. And it got nasty, man.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, think of it as Edison versus Tesla, paleontology.
Right. Except Tesla wasn't very aggressive. He sort of let all that shit happen.
True. Very true.
Play it.
Keep this going.
Known as the Great Dinosaur Rush, or the Bone Wars, Edward Drinker Cope of the Academy of Natural Sciences
Marsh,
and Othniel
Ogden.
Marsh of the Peabody Museum of Natural History began a lifelong rivalry and passion for dinosaur hunting.
Yeah, I said
They
Ogden.
started
I
out
meant
as
Cope.
friends,
My bad.
but became bitter enemies during a legendary feud involving double-crossing, slander, bribery, theft, spying, and destruction of bones by both parties. Marsh is said to have discovered over 500 different ancient species, including 80 dinosaurs, while Cope discovered 56. Out of the 136 dinosaur species supposedly discovered by the two men, however,
Fuck you for saying
only
supposedly.
32 are presently considered valid, as the rest have all proven to be falsifications and fabrications.
Bullshit.
None of
Bullshit. Not a falsification or a fabrication. Turns out a lot of those dinosaurs were the same species that were previously discovered. So, oh, look, this sauropod femur looks a lot like that sauropod femur, but I found this slightly in a different place, so I'm going to name it a new species. Nope, turns out those are both brontosaurus or apatosaurus or triceratops or stegosaurs, anything like that. That is just an outright fucking lie that he just said. When things are discovered and it turns out that they're the same, it becomes taxonomically what's called a junior synonym. So, for example, Tyrannosaurus rex had another name for a really long time. It's totally regardless. Whatever the first name for it was technically the first discovered name for it, but since Tyrannosaurus rex became the more popular, the more documented, the more thing, that became a junior synonym, that one actually became what we call nomen obscurum, or the obscure name, no longer talked about. But that's what happened. It wasn't an outright fabrication. It was two dudes finding bones of the same species or type of animal, but not naming it the same thing. So that's an absolute bullshit Eric Dubé outright lie.
None of them once claimed to find a complete skeleton either, so all their work involved reconstructions. In fact, to this day, no complete skeleton has ever been found.
Bullshit.
And so all dinosaurs are reconstruction.
Bullshit. Sue in the Field Museum is, not 100% complete, 98% complete, including formerly unknown elements from any other tyrannosaur. I believe a commercial paleontology group just found like a 99% or almost a 100% complete dinosaur. We have found entireties or near entireties of animals.
So he's right by a very small technicality of 1 or 2 percentage points.
Exactly.
But what he's implying is completely misleading.
Yeah,
he's implying that they're finding a shin bone and drawing a dinosaur around that shin
it.
bone.
Exactly. But no, like we could find 70% of a Tyrannosaurus rex. We know what they look like. So yeah, we will use 3D printing or casting of all that. I'm happily admitting this because everyone knows, or at least everyone should know, many dinosaurs in museums are what we call conglomerates. It will be a triceratops. The skull will be real, maybe the front half of the animal, some ribs, maybe some tail vertebra, or the pelvis will be from one animal. We will have to use casts of other triceratops that we have throughout paleontology in other museums. Many of the fossils you see on display are casts. Now, cast doesn't mean bullshit created on the spot. It means, very technically, this is a cast. It is a replica of an actual existing bone that was wrapped, made a mold of, and then filled with resin, painted to the correct color. It is the exact match of a bone that exists. It is not something we are just making up. That is bullshit. And I hate that when they come in and go, oh, well, look, that's like
plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic. It's all that. Well, yeah, you know why? Fossils are fucking fragile. It takes us weeks to get a single bone out, and then it is covered in glue. It is wrapped in tissue paper, sometimes tin foil. A shit ton of plaster and reinforcement is wrapped around it. Then it has to be very carefully slid down a mountain on a car hood in one time, or airlifted out in another, and put in the back of trucks, and then taken all the way to its museum, and then cracked open and then prepared. Everything has to get leafed off it very carefully, and we're adding more glue as we're going, because if you sneeze wrong on some mineralized specimens, it goes away. It just goes boom. So you have to work very carefully in a booth with like an air abrader. So you're shooting extremely fine particles just to get the top millimeter of material off. This is hard, detailed work on things that are 65+ million years old, that if we're not careful, they fall apart. We are not going to wrap something like that in fucking steel and put it up on a mount, especially somewhere, I don't know, like Los Angeles, where things like earthquakes happen. Statements like that he makes are just fucking irritating. Keep it going.
David Wozni wrote, "Discoveries and excavations seem not to be made by disinterested people such as farmers, ranchers, hikers,
Bullshit.
outdoor recreationists,
Bullshit.
building construction
Bullshit.
industry, basement
Bullshit!
excavators."
Abso-fucking-lutely bullshit. Fuck you, Eric. I'm a paleo monitor, you asshole. I am actually contracted to go out to fucking building sites and make sure fossils are protected and dug up correctly. In fact, you know what, jackass? I found a whale in downtown L.A. Fuck you, Eric Dubé.
You found a whale?
I found a whale in downtown L.A.
Oh, you talked about this the last podcast. You were talking about how they had to shut down construction.
Exactly. You know why? Because building construction finds fucking dinosaurs and whales and prehistoric animals, you jackass. Ugh, fuck you. Farmers. So, Sue was found on a guy's farm. There have been numerous dinosaurs, numerous prehistoric animals found on a guy's farm. By the way, there's an entire private area up in Bakersfield called Shark's Tooth Hill where they find megalodon teeth all the fucking time.
In Bakersfield?
In Bakersfield. It's on private land. Farmers, builders, recreational people. Yeah, hey, guess what? A couple people hiking in Red Rock Canyon up near Palmdale found a trackway from an ancient camel. Recreational people. Yeah, this happens all the fucking time. The reason why it's happening more and more lately is because people know what they're looking for now. They understand, wow, there could be shit out here. Hey, if we're digging a road, if we're widening the 99 freeway in Fresno, holy shit, we hit a mammoth. Or, holy shit, we found a whale in downtown LA. Like, within blocks of the 110 freeway in Good Samaritan Hospital. I won't tell you where, I can't. But yeah,
just wanted secrecy.
Yeah, it's just part of the contracts. That's the deal. Because if you find something there, you can find more shit. We found over 400 specimens of shark teeth, whales, or rib cage of a whale, snails, fossil coral, all of this because downtown LA was underwater 7 million years ago. And yeah, oh my God, that's fucking bullshit.
Let's keep going.
Pipeline trench diggers
Fuck you.
and mining industry personnel
found all the time,
rather by people with a vested interest such as paleontologists, scientists, university professors, and museum organization personnel who were
trained
intentionally
motherfuckers
looking for dinosaur bones or who have studied dinosaurs previously. Finds are often made during special dinosaur bone hunting trips and expeditions by these people to faraway regions already inhabited and explored. This seems highly implausible. More believable is the case of the discovery of the first original Dead Sea Scrolls in 1947, which were unintentionally discovered by a child, and which were all published by 1955.
Oh, okay. So it's perfectly fine to accidentally find ancient scrolls or silver denarii from the Roman period or a never before known pyramid in South America. Oh no, that's cool. You know why? Because humans fucking made those. But it's completely out of the norm for some 9-year-old kid to be walking around Montana and find a mummified hadrosaur. Because
I don't know why he made that distinction. That's a weird comparison. It's more plausible to find the Dead Sea Scrolls in Qumran than it is to find a megalodon tooth
bullshit.
in Bakersfield.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. He's anthropomorphizing this, and he's using an absolutely invalid argument and a logical fallacy. He's trying to, it's absolute false equivocation. He's trying to go, oh, well, you can't find this stuff because it's super, super old, but you can find this stuff because it's younger and it's humans and, people live there, so we'd expect stuff there. Well, guess what, asshole? There's 65 million years of difference between humans deciding to write shit down and go, hey, there's a day and a night. That means something's ruling the day and the night, gods, religion and industry and all that, and dinosaurs eating shit. 65 million years. We were tree shrews and moles. We weren't building shit. We weren't writing stuff down. Such a false fucking argument. God, this guy's a jackass.
In some cases of a discovery of dinosaur bones by a disinterested person, it was suggested to them by some professional in the field to look or dig in a certain area.
No, it wasn't.
Also very interesting to note are special areas set aside and designated as dinosaur parks.
Because we found a bunch of shit there!
Hunters are required to first obtain a dinosaur hunting license. Whatever destination these establishment-funded archaeologists and paleontologists set, it seemed they found incredible numbers of fossils in tiny areas. In one of the largest dinosaur excavation sites, called the Ruth Mason Quarry, over 2,000 fossils were allegedly discovered.
Stop saying allegedly, you son of a bitch.
Assembled from these bones are currently on display in over 60 museums worldwide.
Yeah, because it's a fantastic site.
Amagino, head of paleontology at La Plata Museum, is amazingly responsible for 6,000 fossil species supposedly discovered throughout his career, all in Argentina.
Really? Really? Hey, guess what, Eric? I ran a lab that we had 3.5 million specimens from the Ice Age that goes back 90,000 years. So the La Brea Tar Pits, the largest Ice Age mammal collection on the fucking planet, and this stuff isn't mineralized, it's actually subsumed with asphalt, keeping the all of the calcium and everything intact. These are actual bones. When we find a saber-toothed cat tooth, it's the physical tooth of the animal.
Ooh.
Which is kind of freaky to think about. But saying that, it's like, yeah, we find a lot of shit in places. The River of Death in Alberta, when they're digging the pipeline. I don't know, Mammoth Hot Springs. There are things called death traps and predator traps and sinkholes and natural trap caves and, I don't know, entire sand dunes falling on things while they're fighting. The dueling dinosaurs. It's a Protoceratops versus a Velociraptor that was found in Mongolia because a fucking sand dune fell on them while they were tussling around because the V-Raptor wanted to eat the thing. That's a rad specimen, by the way.
You know what's interesting about this guy is that he knows so much. Is that his knowledge of the history of paleontology and of researching dinosaur bones. He knows so much.
I call bullshit on that. What I'm thinking is that he's reading from a script that he cobbled together on fucking Wikipedia. I challenge him to go toe-to-toe with somebody in the business, I don't know, like me, and go, okay, start throwing dates, start throwing specimens. I will fucking own you.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's obviously, he knows all these people. He knows about the bone wars. He knows who's in charge of all these different...
Simple Google search of largest dinosaur thing found. Okay, I'm going to write these 3 things down on this manila fucking legal
I understand
pad.
that. I'm not saying that it's impressive and that it's conclusive evidence. I'm saying it's impressive that this guy has done this much research, but yet still has this ridiculous idea, and he's using
I see what
this.
You're saying. Yeah.
He's using all this data that's actually factual about how many different people found how many different things, and he's decided that this is proof.
And all he does is put allegedly in front of it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, sorry, over 6,000 specimens were found there.
Let's
fucking
keep
deal
going.
with it.
Hunter Earl Douglas sent 350 tons of excavated dinosaur bones to the Carnegie Museum of Natural History throughout his career, all coming from the Dinosaur National Monument in Utah.
Why do you think it's called the
During
Dinosaur
an
National
expedition to
Monument
Patagonia,
now?
Dr. Louis Chiappe and Dr. Lowell
It's
Dingler
Chiappe,
supposedly
actually.
discovered thousands of dinosaur eggs at a site of only a few hundred square yards.
It was called the Tiniest
Many
Giants
experts
exhibition.
have mentioned how such finds of huge quantities of fossils in one area by just a few highly invested individuals goes against the laws of natural probability.
What the
and
fuck?
lends credence to the likelihood of forgeries or concentrated planting efforts.
Wrong. If you find a fossil...
Concentrated planting efforts.
Yeah,
what did they
yeah.
plant? What were the things that they planted?
Oh,
there's dinosaur bones that they planted?
What
were the dinosaur bones made out of?
Like resins. So that is actually an argument with these jackasses. It's like, okay, so big paleo, the big paleontologist, people like me.
Big paleo.
Big paleo.
Like big pharma.
Yeah, like big pharma and big they and, you know, all
We're
that.
big podcast, Jamie.
There you go.
We're big podcast. We're an industry.
So they say, they, not in the black man, you know, black helicopter they, but they as in the detractors, state that paleontologists, like me, will create a fossil, whether it's like a cast or we'll just make one up. And on these expeditions, we go out and we actually bury it and uncover it and make the news and all that. Well, if that was true, Eric, why is it that when we find something, say in, I don't know, 2008, it's not usually written about until, say, 2012, and that's just a single note in the Journal of Vertebrate Paleontology, which I guarantee you've never read, or it's done as a poster at the Society of Vertebrate Paleontology, which I will absolutely guarantee you've never been to. And then the fossil's still in prep at that point. We haven't done all the research on it. It's still undiscovered fossil found. If we are going out and investing all of this money in order to make these fakes and bury them and pay all of these people to shut them up in huge excavations like that, we would kind of want to recoup that money as fast as possible and immediately dump it to the news and get paid for spokesmanships and all of that. But we don't. We suffer. Natural history museums are some of the lowest donated to institutions on the planet. Art museums are generally number one. There are people that get laid off all the time from museums. Museums close. If we were making all this money and making all this fame, why are there paleontologists out of a job? Why do I know a dozen monitors that don't have work right now? Why are there museums that have problem actually getting a budget to get an excavation going, that they have to use private donors, that they have to use their board of directors, that they have to go from a county museum to a foundation nonprofit? This is such a line of fucking bullshit that, I mean, that pisses me off, because his simple statements are looping in thousands and tens of thousands of employees and museums and all of that worldwide. This would be one of the largest conspiracies ever, other than, I don't know, moon hoaxes and NASA. Flat Earth and shit like that.
That's the other one he does.
Yeah,
that's the biggest one. Keep going. Let's get him more mad.
Wozniak wrote, "Dinosaur bones sell for a lot of money at auctions. It is a profitable business. There is pressure for academics to publish papers. Museums are in the business of producing displays that are popular and appealing.
What, the
Movie
nonprofit
producers
business?
and the media need to produce material to sell to stay in business. The mainstream media loves to hype alleged dinosaur finds. Much is to be gained by converting a bland, non-dinosaur discovery of a bone of modern origin into an impressive dinosaur find, and letting artists' interpretations and imaginations take the spotlight,
okay,
rather
Eric,
than the basic, boring, real find."
If that's true, then why do dinosaurs become passé? Why does somebody like me, who has been on, I don't know, 13, 14 different television shows talking about paleontology, geology, and all that, I have pitched dinosaur, like, live dig stuff to BBC and all of that. I'm consulting on a couple projects right now. Unfortunately, I can't name them. But dinosaurs become passé very, very quickly, because people are like, oh, cool, new dinosaur is found. Yeah, big deal. Or, oh, whoa, Brontosaurus is back. Yeah, whatever.
But the mainstream media, as he said, is just like, they love a dinosaur story.
But that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. When was the last, like, dinosaur documentary? Yeah, there was what was it called? Autopsy of a T-Rex with my friend Tori, and that was a speculative science show. It was like, what happens if we found a T-Rex and cut it open and do an autopsy? That was a hit, and then paleontology TV died again. 2 year ago, I had a 2-hour National Geographic documentary about digging up woolly mammoths in that. It aired a night. There was a little bit of press. Fucking done. The production company that did the thing with Nat Geo is out of business now. Just done. It's like, really? We're pressured to get this money? Then why aren't we making fucking more? Why, Eric, am I a bartender in addition to a paleontologist, in addition to somebody that's on TV, if I'm making all this big paleo fucking money? If I'm such a shill, okay, yeah. Is that why I'm a month behind on my car payment right now? Is that why I'm trying to scrape together rent? Fuck you.
It's getting aggressive.
Oh, I'm very aggressive. Fuck these guys.
Crave prestige, fame, and attention. There is the bandwagon effect and crowd behavior. And then there are people and entities.
Wait. Wait, the bandwagon effect and and crowd behavior, like flat Earth bullshit. Okay.
We're only 7 minutes and 53 seconds into a 29-minute video.
Oh, fuck all.
We don't have to keep going. I don't want you to get too mad. I think you kind of made your point.
Yeah.
You can pull the plug anytime you want.
But now, it's like one of those Twitter arguments, man. Now I'm getting invested.
I know. That's why I wanted to play it
yeah,
for
I know.
you.
You fucking troll me all the time. Because we follow each other, we DM each other, and all of a sudden, in my feed, it's like, I have you on note, because we're both verified. It pops up, and it's just like, Joe Rogan is tweeting about flat Earth. I'm like, what? Fuck! And then just go for it. It's like, I mean, like, you know, the podcast and like fight commentary and UFC stuff and like with like Triggered coming out and all that. That's one thing. When you rile up the cranks, man, you're just like, you're at the same level. Actually, you have like, how many followers do you have? Like
2 million.
Right. So, like
on Twitter.
TDT, Take That Darwin, like 10, maybe 15,000. I get the same level of riled from both of you. Fuck, man. It's like, we need to fly him out and have him on the show.
This guy? Eric?
No. Take That Darwin. Yeah. Doll.
He would be fun.
He would be rad. No,
he would be fun.
Fuck Eric Dubay. If he's ever on the show, I want to be outside waiting with a fucking baseball bat.
Oh, how rude.
No,
You want to be violent with him?
Almost.
Don't you want to talk to him? Would you love to? I mean, I think you could gain a lot from sitting down with a guy like this and just sort of picking him apart, because you would realize what he was wrong about, and instead of him being able to just spout off on a YouTube video, he would be checked at every step of the way whenever he said something incorrect.
Yes, but the problem is, the only reason why I would do that, he will never change his mind.
Well, he's probably crazy.
Well, duh. He's absolutely crazy. But think about it right now. You have 4 million subscribers that now know this video exists, that know Eric Dubay's name, that know that paleontologists can get riled up by this guy. They're now going to go, look, if any one of your listeners is on the fence about dinosaurs, why would you be? But you could have some. Those are the people that I would have to try and convince. I will never convince him. I will mock the living shit out of him until he wants to put himself into a chipper shredder. But I will never convince him. That's the thing. So all you SciComm people out there, we don't do it to try and convince the big mouthpieces for these movements. We're trying to go for the people that aren't quite sure. If we embarrass the living fuck out of these people, those people will go, wow, those guys are idiots. Why did I even consider that the world is flat, or that dinosaurs didn't exist, or creationism exists, or chemtrails, or Nibiru, fucking rogue planets and shit like that?